Bravura Vida Studios in the southern part of Indianapolis, Indiana. This is the second week of Quarantine TV 116, and I'm coming at you almost live. Actually, this is a recording. In this week's edition, we will discuss the assignments from last week, those ones you completed last week, hopefully. If you haven't gotten a chance to, make sure you get those done. We will also be talking about La Semana Santa and La Pascua. And we'll set up this week, week number 2 of La Cuarentena. Now let's say hola to my co-host, Corona Cabra. That Corona Cabra is always kidding around. As many of you have likely heard already, we are out for the rest of this semester, in fact, the rest of the school year, which I know is sad because, I really can't wait to see you guys again. But thus, I will be coming to you weekly from this studio with my own brand of craziness. Just like in class. I'm hoping to bring a smile to your face, or even better, cringes, jeers, and those always desired boos. I will continue to give my best here in this studio, and I will also continue to do the best I can using Gato, the Google Classroom format, and Voces. Please give me your best if you are struggling. Okay? If you are struggling, let me know. I'll do the best I can to try to help you. Shoot me an email or something like, don't shoot me, but shoot me an email and let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help you out. Okay? Give me your best. I would love to end this year with all A's. Si se puede. Last week, as I read your preguntas, you'll notice you'll remember the preguntas on. You had 3 of them on Tuesday, and you had 3 of them on Wednesday. And I was reading the answers, and I had some great answers. Let me tell you, I enjoyed getting to interact with you guys, and that format was great. But I did discover that some of you are typing into translation devices. My biggest clue was the use of the present progressive tense. Don't know what the present progressive is? That's because I generally hold it off until 3rd year. So it is possible that a 3rd year student was using the present progressive. However, I did ask them some questions in the past tense, so probably not a good time to use the present progressive. But the present progressive is rarely used in the Spanish language. It is, however, used far too often in the English language. So if I type something in that I'm accustomed to doing in English in the present progressive, it's going to pop up on the translator in the present progressive, even though that's not the way that I probably should answer that question. And since 1st and 2nd years really do not know the present progressive, probably shouldn't have anybody using them. So that was a big clue. Guys, I am not a young buck. 31 years of experience. I have learned over the years how to look for those kind of things. I don't really even have to look for them. I can tell instantly. So you have 6 more questions this week. I will include at least one that asks the follow-up question. ¿Por qué? Take a look at this graphic on the screen to check out por qué once again, as we had many problems with por qué. Por qué, the question, and por qué are 2 different words that look the same and work together. So make sure you understand the difference when you're writing. Also, please remember that this is a formal writing presentation. So when you write to me, you need to use the proper punctuation and proper capitalization. You're not texting me. Okay, this is not a text message. Make sure you're writing in a formalized style. I would like for you to get all the points possible. I want you to maximize your points on this. Okay, the crazy English spell check changes words for you guys. Unless you change that to Spanish spell check. Shh, that's my secret. That's how I always get things spelled correctly. I use the Spanish spell check. Okay, if you are not, you need to make sure that you are proofreading and make sure nothing got changed. When you submit it, you want to submit it in a format ready for me to evaluate. And again, these are review questions. I would like for everyone to maximize their points on these. Get as high a grade as you possibly can while understanding and reviewing how the language goes. When completing the Voces assignments this week, please remember to use the textbook provided vocabulary list. Some of us go through those exercises and we never really look at the vocab to see what's there. And then we have questions or we get things wrong or something of that nature. Do the assignments until you get 100% if it's machine graded. Some of them I have to grade, but some of them are machine graded. So do it until you get the check marks. Go back and look at the vocabulary. Go back and look at that list and see what they're using. Did they tell you to use mirar la televisión or did they say ver la televisión? Okay, sometimes I don't even know which one they've given you and I have to go back and look at the vocabulary to see what's on your list. So, we always say there's more than one way to do something, and the textbook uses probably one way. On occasion, they give you a couple different ways, but you want to check out that list. Also, I said this last week, please, please, please listen and practice the pronunciation on the words as they are provided. Push that icon, that speaker button, and listen to how it's pronounced. It does a better job than I do in pronunciation. It is a native language, not a Hoosier Hick from Anderson, Indiana. And it does a great job. So listen to it, because I also listened to your preguntas personales from before break. And I got to tell you, some of you need some help on pronunciation. And without me there every day helping you, the tool is there. And that is a part of the evaluation on preguntas personales. We'll end up this year by doing at least one more preguntas personales. And you need to be sure that you are pronouncing things correctly. And this is your opportunity to do that and to manufacture the language sounding as native as possible. Put an accent in. Make yourself sound better than Mr. Buck. I do have students that can pronounce things better than I do because they have a better ear. And I always admire and talk about those students. And I will tell you, some of them are in first and second year. They just don't have enough experience to speak the language, but their pronunciation skills are awesome because of that oftentimes it's a musical ear, but it's just a beautiful thing. And I enjoy that. I really do. Pronunciation is about 50% of each question on preguntas personales. So make sure that you're learning the words as the native speaker teaches them on the vocab list. I have so enjoyed the stories from the Tiger Love project of last week. I hope you to continue to check in with those people that you checked in with last week. In addition, support those frontline healthcare people and the essential workers, your police officers, your fire people, your grocery store clerks, and all these people who have to get out during this pandemic so the rest of us can eat and live and survive. So make sure that you're talking to them and supporting them as well. Give them a pat on the, well, don't touch them, but give them a shout out. How's that? Give them a shout out. I've also enjoyed the first week's lessons from the Friends The one where you are the teacher assignment. I thought that was great. I've seen some great things come out of this, some quizzes and some videos, and wow, it's been fun to watch you guys. Since we're not returning, I think 4 of those lessons are sufficient. I think 4, they don't have to be big, they can be tiny. You could work with just greetings, you can work because you're working on your pronunciation, you're teaching, you're role modeling. It's a beautiful thing. Work with those little skills. And then, I just want to see, put a Google document together and keep a running tab. 1 week how it goes, the next week how it goes, and then just share it with me. I just want to check in and see how you doing. If you did not start last week, get on it. I'm watching and I'm stealing your tremendous ideas. As I always say, the best teachers steal. Well, so do I. This is a special week in the Spanish-speaking world. Under normal circumstances, it is a time of great celebration called La Semana Santa. La Semana Santa. And it leads up to La Pascua. La Pascua is coming up this weekend. In the big holidays that we discuss and celebrate, La Pascua is there with La Navidad and Mexico's Dia de los Muertos. I placed a Google form on Google Classroom or the Gato website this week for completion that explains more about La Pascua and La Semana Santa. Take a look at that. Read and answer those questions. I believe you can answer those questions so you get 100% on them once again. So read first and then go through and make sure that they are correct. Remember, this is a cultural activity, and culture is 20% of your final grade. So this would be 20%. That'll be an easy A. We're going to include some more in the future, perhaps. I know we're going to do something about Cinco de Mayo. I can't remember the date of Cinco de Mayo. I'll have to look that one up. But we'll do something on Cinco de Mayo as that time approaches. And you had some stuff, I think, before spring break. So we want to beef that grade up as best we can. So make sure you're doing that and make sure that you submit it and make sure that you get 100% on it or as high as you possibly can. So this concludes this week's episode. Continue to monitor Google Classroom and Gato, or Google Classroom Gato and Voces each week to check out the assignments. You will have assignments on both. Hopefully they're relatively simple for you, but we're still reviewing and working through some things. Under normal circumstances, we'd be in project review anyway, heading into the final, and we'd be learning a couple new things, so it's not like we're missing that much. This is our opportunity to kind of tweak our skills and get ready for the next level. If you do have any questions, please email me. If you have any concerns or any situations that crop up, please let me know. I do love hearing from you. My goal here this week, or my goal every week, is to come to you and hopefully bring a smile to your face, or at least you can look at this face one more time and go, oh gosh, I'm glad I'm not seeing him live. We're going to make it. We're going to just appreciate each other so much more when that time comes. I can't wait.